In this video, let us see how to create the AI terminal assistant using Python. So instead of you memorizing all the commands, you just ask a prompt and the AI will do it for you. It's like building a AI agent for terminal. So let me show you the demo so that you will understand this better. Here you can see I have a Python script here. Let me run the Python script. And we got the interpreter here, and here we can ask prompt. So create a Python folder. So let me press enter. You consider it created a Python file. Let me refresh. You consider we have a Python file. Let's also ask another prompt. Create a text file inside the Python folder, and you consider it has done that. So let me go inside the Python folder, and you consider we have the text file. We can also perform the delete operation as well. Delete the new file.txt inside the Python folder. You consider now the file has been deleted successfully. So this is just basic stuff, right? We can also do the advanced stuff as well. So consider create a Python VNV. It will create the virtual environment for us. Here you can see we have the virtual environment, and you can also do more advanced stuff like create a HTTP server inside this folder. You can also install all the packages by using this prompt as well. So install the Python Flask library. Consider it is running this command pip install Flask, and you can say it says requirement already satisfied. And you can also start a HTTP server on the current folder as well. So I am showing the most creative ways that you can use this AI terminal assistant. Start a HTTP server on the current folder. And you can say it is starter and it is running on the port number 8000. Let me go to the browser and let me open up a new tab and type localhost, and the port number is 8000. And here you can see we have all the files over here, and it is serving over the HTTP. And inside the Python folder we don't have anything. And let me open the main.py file. We have the code over there. So yeah, this is all the basic stuff that you can do using this AI terminal assistant. You can also do this more creative ways. So let's see how to build this. So for that, you can see I have a project folder in the Visual Studio Code, and here you can see I have a Python file here. Let me clear all the code. We're gonna build this from scratch. And for this Python project, what we need is here we need a external library. So to install it, open up your command prompt and type if install Google Generative AI. So using this, we're gonna use the Gemini API to call those LLM. So pip install Google.generative AI. And you consider requirement already satisfied. So let me minimize the terminal and let's import the libraries that we need for this project. So we need the OS, and we're gonna import the Google.generative AI as Gemini AI. Then from the .env we're gonna import the load.env. So load.env, and actually what we will do is we will create a .env file and put the API key inside this file. So here in this .env API key will be. So to get the API key, open up your browser and head over to this website called astudio.google.com. So let me type astudio.google.com. So it will redirect to this page. You consider here we have the API keys, and I have already created a API key. So if you want to create a new API key, just click on create API key. It will give you the option to create the API key, but I don't want to create another one. I have already have a API key over here. Let me copy this API key and I'm gonna paste the API key over here. So don't worry, I will delete this API key after this video. So once we have the API key, we can configure our GenAI. So API key equal to, we're gonna get this from the environment variables. So GenAI.configure, we're gonna pass API key. This will be our API key. Then we can set up the model. So model equal to GenAI.generative model, and inside this we need to pass the model. There are many models available out there, but the model that I will choose is this Gemini 2.5 Flash model. So this is the model that I have selected. So once we have the model, right, what we can do is we can start an infinite loop till the user press exist. So first we can get the prompt from the user. So prompt equal to, we're gonna ask the input from the user. Actually we can say this is it. So then we're gonna check if the user types exist or quick. So if the user type exist or quick, we want to break now. So finally we can now create a prompt. Actually, for the better wording, we can change this variable to input, because this is input, right? Let me also change this to input. Now let me paste the prompt. Now actually for the prompt I have noted down in my notepad. Let me copy this prompt and paste it here. So basically what I have told is, so you are generating commands for Windows CMD. Convert this instruction into a terminal command. So instruction will be whatever the user type will be passing to the generative AI. So I am specifying some rules. Return command only, no explanation, no markdown, no backticks. So once we have the prompt, we can get the response. So response equal to model.generative command, inside is pass the prompt. So once we have the response, right, we can get the command. So command equal to response.text. So I'm gonna remove all the white space by calling this strip. So once we have the command, right, we can say running this command. So currently running this command, and below this we can actually print that command. So then if you want to run this, so running the command in the terminal. So system.os inside this just pass the command. So that's it. Now we can run this Python script now. So Python main.py is our Python script. Here you can see it is asking prompt from us. So what I will do is I will ask start the HTTP server on the desktop. So I'm not mentioning this folder, I'm mentioning on the desktop folder. So let us see, consider it is started on the port 8000. Let me open up the browser one more time and let me go to that port 8000 on the local port. So you can see this is my files on the desktop. So yeah, basically I have shown all the test case scenarios in the beginning of this video. So you can do more creative stuff. So I will leave this with you. You can enhance this version with CLI option as well. Actually, this is just a minimal code. You can enhance this as well. So this is for this video, and I will continue in the next video. So if you want to get the source code of this, I will provide the link of the GitHub repository in the description. You can check that out.